Hey everybody, welcome to Barbecue by Biggs. I'm Aaron and today we got our hands on some tri-tip. Tri-tip isn't very popular down here in Texas, but we found some beautiful tri-tip roasts and we're gonna get these things on the YS640S. We're gonna reverse sear them, cook them at 225 until internal about at 120, kiss them with that fire on those grill grates. Man, they're gonna be good. So we're gonna get those rolling and you guys just stay tuned. All right, so we're gonna get these things rubbed up. Today we're using Sucklebusters 1836 beef rub. This tri-tip has enough flavor. We're just gonna put a light coating on both sides and then get it on the smoker. So we'll get those rubbed up now. So we'll start on the back. Just give it a nice coat. This rub has some beautiful color to it. Looks very good. So we'll pat that in. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna let these sit here for a minute or so and sweat a little bit before we flip them over and do the other side. So we'll bring you back to do the other side. We'll get that done. All right, that rub's starting to stick a little bit, so we'll get these flipped over and get them rubbed up on the other side. We are gonna use these, you see them a lot in our videos if you watched our videos, these cooling racks or smoking racks, whatever you wanna call them, the cooling racks. We have a link for them down in the description. They're very cheap. What you could do though is if you look at these tri-tips, when they were packaged, they must have been packaged on top of each other, so they're flattened out a little bit. What we can do is form these a little bit on top of this cooling rack, and then they'll hold their shape however you smoke them at. So we're gonna do that now. So we'll just plump them up a little bit, as you can see there. Get them plumped up. That cooling rack's gonna hold that plump, and that way that thing cooks a whole lot more evenly, rather than being flat. So we'll do that on the other side. So we'll just plump it up on the sides, like it's supposed to be there. And then if you look, most of it is the same thickness now, rather than being flattened out. So we'll get those rubbed up on this side and get them ready to go on the smoker. So the other good thing about these cooling racks is that you can just turn it up on the side. You can get rub on the sides of it. Get rubs on the front, and then just pick it up and get rubs on the side again, on the ends. It works good. I can't imagine any of you guys are not subscribed to my channel, but if you're not subscribed to my channel, take a minute while we get this rubbed up, go to the bottom, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you'll be notified next time we do a cook. If you're liking what we're giving to you so far, hit that thumbs up button. It really helps out the channel. So we'll get these on 225 degrees. We'll cook them till they're about 115, 120, and then we'll kiss them with the fire. So we're gonna put them on, we'll put probes in them, we'll come back and as soon as they hit 115 degrees. So we'll get them on now. So we are gonna use the attached fireboard probes on the Yoder here. It has 2 probes. It also has this handy probe slide, so you can just slide it open and slide your probes in. We'll go ahead and get our probes put in there, and then when we put those things on, we will we'll stick it to the middle so we can keep track of where we're at without having to open up the Yoder. So that's one of the benefits. It's Wi-Fi. I can see anywhere in my yard what the temperature of the tri-tips are, so we'll be able to monitor those and do other stuff. So we'll get that done now. All right, that Yoder's at 225 degrees. We'll get these tri-tips on here. Like I said before, we're gonna reverse smoke them, 225 degrees. Get these on. Then we'll pull them off, and then we'll let the pit come back up to temp. We'll put the grill grates on, and then we'll kiss them with fire. So 225 degrees. Got some probes here. We'll get these in there. Get the probes in here so we can know where they're at. When they get to about 115 degrees, we'll get these suckers pulled off, Let them rest for a few seconds while we get the pit back up, and we'll put them on the grill grates and then bring them up to medium rare. All right. We'll bring you guys back when we're ready to get them seared off. Can't wait to see them. All right, they're both at 115 degrees. We're gonna pull them off and get it ready to sear. Pull those through. So we'll pull off the fire pot lid. Get our grill grates together here. Get those together, get them over the pot. Then we're going to crank this temperature up to 400 degrees. We'll close it up, let it come up to temperature, and we'll grill them. So that's the color on them so far. Looking pretty darn good. You see the rubs set in on it, so when we grill it out, it'll look very good. So we'll let this come up to temp about 10 minutes or so, and bring you back. All right, so we got the grill grates up to temp. You can see there, 490, 480. Fairly hot, so we'll get them on there, get them grilled off. There we go. Push that in a little bit. Get a good grill on there. Got them flipped over, got some char on there, got a good crust going, almost there. All right, looks like we're there. Looks good. So we got them grilled off, just waiting on them to rest. We're gonna cut into these things and see if we got our medium rare that we were looking for. Medium on one end, medium rare in the middle. That's kind of what we were shooting for. So cooked it up to about 130 degrees. It should go ahead and rise to 135 or so, and that should be perfect. So we'll let these things rest for about 10-15 minutes, and we'll bring you back for the cut and taste. All right, so when you cut in tri-tip, you gotta understand that you wanna cut against the grain. What's weird about the tri-tip is it has 3 different ways. So we're gonna come across, then we come across this way, and then we stop. Then we have to turn it, and then we have to cut it this way. So what we'll do is we'll cut through right here to kind of get a look at it. See if you guys can see that. Oh yeah. Perfect medium rare. That means the smaller parts will be our medium temperature. They look great. All right, let's get a taste of it. We'll just cut us a piece of this off. Look at that. Wow. You got meat there, buddy. We don't cook this often, but damn, it's good. To you tri-tip guys, you're lucky. It's hard to find around Southeast Texas, but every time we find it now, we're gonna get it. Catch y'all next time.